Welcome back to the reign of Shane. Welcome back. Yeah. Nope, wasn't going to make it on American Idol either. Just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. Welcome in, everybody. This is the reign of Shane. All right, here we go. It's time. We're going to spill the tea. We're going to talk about it. It's pandemic time. Buckle up, kids. No, but in all seriousness, last video we talked a little bit about the hobbies that I'm into, and I wanted to just kind of expound upon that just a smidgen before we hit pandemic time. I promise, I know, it's hot topic, it's the soup, it's the tea, it's everything. Pandemic. We'll get there, promise. Promise we'll get there, but I want to expound a little bit on something here. So, in my hobbies and the things that I was doing early in life, I think I touched a little bit upon like using video games to help pay for video games and to kind of help us pay bills, fill in little gaps here and there. So when I was a CNA, you don't make a heap ton of money. It's like some jobs, I don't know, some jobs you just don't. You don't make a heap ton of money, or sometimes things happen. You need tires. You have kids that end up in the NICU, which we had 2. So inevitably there's little gaps that need to be filled in at those current points in time. And for me, it was the use of video games and then also golf. I know that I said me and golf were unhealthy, but during that unhealthy time, I was pretty dang good. Not amazing, but pretty dang good. Good enough. So I would play skins games. I mean, I would be betting on myself, playing skins games, playing in tournaments, winning the tournaments. Now, you're not winning real money. My wife would like to say, are you bringing home golf money today, or are you bringing home real money today? And it was a little bit of both. Golf money. So golf money was credit at the stores, and then you could use that money to buy golf equipment or what have you. And then what I would do is I would take that golf equipment and then turn around and sell it for other things. There were a couple different times in our lives that we were living in a camper. It is what it is. I used golf money. My wife was getting ready to go back to school. She needed a computer. So I sold an Xbox and I sold a set of golf clubs so I could help get her a computer for the things that she needed so that she could advance and move on in her career and do the things that she needed to do. So just because you're able to get good deals on video games or you're able to get a good deal on a golf club doesn't mean that you can't turn it into necessity, things that you need. My wife needed a computer, and I was able to do that with some of the hobbies and things that I've been doing on the side. And it was wonderful. It was great. It helped us out in times that we needed. We needed gas to go see our kids in the NICU. They were like an hour and a half away, and they were there for 3 months each. One was born at 26 weeks. One was born at 25 weeks. So that's a long haul. And needing to get gas to go see our kids, that was just one of the things that we had to do. But as I got older, as my wife got jobs, I went to school, graduated from school, became the respiratory therapist, then, you know, using my hobbies for a sense of income, for necessity, wasn't needed anymore. They could just become hobbies, and then I could just sell stuff on the side and do what I needed to do to get a new Xbox here and there, or a new video game here and there, or a new driver, what have you. And it was I don't know, it was kind of nice that they just kind of went back to the place that they were before, and there wasn't that overwhelming, like, holy crap, how the heck are we going to do this kind of a thing. But I was super grateful at the time that my hobbies, my hustle, was able to sustain us in those current moments. And then pandemic. The pandemic hits, and then when the pandemic hit, I mean, I work in healthcare, so you would think pandemic healthcare, you're good to go, you should be fine. No, that wasn't the case. People were not going to hospitals. We were getting our hours cut. I was losing a minimum of 2 shifts, a pay period. They were talking about furloughing, people taking a voluntary furlough. So I'm losing hours. I have no more vacation time left, and the living that I have become accustomed to and the bills that are accustomed to that living are still due. There's no stopping it. I still have to pay my mortgage. I still have to do all these things, pay my power and all that stuff, all the adulting. Adulting sucks sometimes. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I mean, that it was real. That's real life, and that happened. So it was like, I don't know what to do. So I went back. I went back to what I knew during the lean times early in our marriage and in my life. I went back to what I knew, and that was video games. I'm not the golfer that I was, because I haven't played it in a long time, so I knew golf was out. That wasn't going to happen. So it was video games. And it was crazy. Video games worked for a little while, but then it was gone. The video game market in my area was gone. My thoughts were, pandemic hit, everybody's buying video games, everybody wants something to do. Wii's, people were buying Wii's like crazy because kids aren't in school. What are you going to do? Let's play Wii bowling. Let's play Wii tennis. Like, it was sold a lot of Wii's in a hurry, but then I'm out of Wii. That was the thing. Video games were gone. Nobody was selling them anymore. Everybody was hanging on to it. So it was panic. You know, start to feel that flood in your chest. Shoot, man, I gotta make up this deficit. My video games was a thing. It's not a thing anymore. What am I gonna do? I looked to board games a little bit, and board games was somewhat successful, but again, it's people are in a pandemic. They're staying at home. They're doing more family-oriented things, things to help occupy their kids' times, and so it wasn't as successful as it could have been or should have been, I feel like. And then yard sales. There's no yard sales. Nobody's doing yard sales, because should we even be out talking to each other? It was just a crazy time. So all these things that are hitting me, I just don't know. I didn't know. I had no idea what to do. I'm sitting there thinking, I have no idea what the heck I'm going to do. I still have to fill these gaps. And everything that I know, I am unable to do. So I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know what to do. And there was something happening in the background all this time. Sports had crashed. There's no more sports. Nobody's playing sports anymore. People are just fiending to grab hold of any sort of normalcy. And sports is normal. Whether you love it or you hate it, sports helps hold people together. It's crazy. I know it's sports, but it does. It helps to kind of hold some things together. There's a lot of people that are invested in it. And so what connects with sports? Sports cards. And sports cards just started exploding. Well, I'm hustling, trying to make video games and board games work because it's worked for me in the past and was kind of working now. Sports cards is going absolutely bananas. And so what I'm going to talk about in the next video is me and my wife standing outside of a Walmart at 4 in the morning, just going on that video game hustle, trying to get a PlayStation. And the most crazy thing just happened that I feel like just changed my life. It was, yeah, it was nuts. Just crazy. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to thereignofshane.com, and I would like you to click that Join Now button so you don't miss out on this next video. You don't miss out on videos previous if this is your first one. I'm going to leave a link in the comments below, and join up for more tips, tricks, and videos from me, Shane. Stay safe, you guys.